And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set. Today's starting pitcher, Alek Manoah. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
First pitch, 7:07.
And a pitch. And a swing and a miss.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down. Now the lineup for the Twins as constructed by Rocco Baldelli. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They definitely have a few free swingers in this lineup. Guys who want to be on the attack, and that's great as long as you got pitches in the zone. But if the pitcher's able to expand the zone, can be very difficult for an offense like this to get going. You've got to somehow draw some walks, put some runners on base so that when you do have those free swingers come up, you can cash in with some runs that are plated.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. 1 out, base is empty. Stays alive. Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
High. No ball. 1 strike.
Two outs. That's outside. And the count is 1-1. That clips the corner.
1 ball. 2 strikes.
It's down on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Twins retired in short order. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Chris Paddock.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
And now the shortstop, Bo Bichette. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100. That one hammered, but pulled foul. There's a swing and a drive. And that gets down in the corner. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Turned on that inside pitch nicely and ripped it down the line to pick up 2 bases. That can be a tough pitch to keep fair, but his timing was great.
And now the first baseman, 4th in the American League in batting average this year. That smash towards center. Kepler pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 down.
Batting first, The designated hitter.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Bo Bichette.
No, this is a player that's, hit over 300 for his career in terms of batting average. And being able to do that, that is extremely good bat-to-ball skills that he's had for a long time. He's just got a real consistent approach, uses all fields, and he's got a game plan when he comes to the plate. So let's just keep our eyes on him. I think it's pretty hard to take your eyes off of him.
That's to third, and that one finds its way through. Coming home, here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline, and it's 1-0. And that'll keep his hitting streak alive. He's reaching heights that very few players ever had.
Yeah, when you're over the 30-game mark and showing no signs of slowing down, that's when the baseball world starts to get a little excited. This has become the story in the league right now. You start checking off the days until the next benchmark. 40, 44, 50.
Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance, but if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike, you go after him and finish him off.
Kepler puts it away, 2-away now.
Batting fifth, the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Center, and that should be extra bases. Clement into second, and he's got a double. Oh, the throw is over his head. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up. And that flips the calendar on his hitting streak. He's now at 30 straight games with a knock, a full month.
Yeah, and maybe we're not quite ready to start talking DiMaggio just yet, Boog, but we're not that far off. I mean, you make it to 30 games, you're in rare company, and not many guys have made it that far in the last 50 years. So, absolutely congrats.
He's hit, one run is in. The throw in there, he's safe. 3-0. And with every hit that extends his streak, he climbs higher on the all-time list. Rarely has anyone gone this far.
Yeah, Boog, 30 is about as far as most guys can take it, and he's just blown by that mark, and now it actually looks like 40 might be in play. I'll tell you this, as a hitter, it's so hard to not let that weigh on you.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. George Springer leaves the yard, and they add to the lead. It's 5-zip. Singy, he's got a nice hitting streak going, and he extends it another game with that swing.
So locked in right now, Boog, and clearly it's not like he's just stringing singles together during this streak. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
2 outs, nobody on. Here's the left fielder, Addison Barger. Two outs, base is empty. Foul ball. Line drive, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. And with every hit that extends his streak, he climbs higher on the all-time list. Rarely has anyone gone this far.
Yeah, Boog, 30 is about as far as most guys can take it, and he's just blown by that mark, and now it actually looks like 40 might be in play. I'll tell you this, as a hitter, it's so hard to not let that weigh on you. Every game you're going out there trying to get it out of the way as soon as possible so that you can focus on the game. Makes it a little tough to relax at the plate.
Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. And with every hit that extends his streak, he climbs higher on the all-time list. Rarely has anyone gone this far.
Yeah, Boog. 30 is about as far as most guys can take it, and he's just blown by that mark. And now it actually looks like 40 might be in play. I'll tell you this, as a hitter, it's so hard to not let that weigh on you. Every game you're going out there trying to get it out of the way as soon as possible so that you can focus on the game. Makes it a little tough to relax at the plate.
So they turn things over to the righty, number 68. He last pitched 2 days ago. Back to the top of the lineup, and now for the Jays, Bo Bichette.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
And that is that. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. We move to the second in Toronto. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Twins nothing. Second inning set to go. Now the left fielder, Matt Wallner.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
How much were you aware of the umpire's scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Max Kepler at the plate. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. He was late there, strike 1. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Edouard Julien.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately, more than an RBI per game over his last 10.
And it's fouled away. Julien, 24 years old, and he was born in Canada. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch. Popped up. Bichette moving under it. Squeezes it. And that is that. Twins are set down 1-2-3. It's 5-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, number 9. The wind of the pitch. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. He'll circle the bases, and they tack one on the board. It's 6-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. No question about this one. It's out of here. Home run number 70 on the year. And they add a run. It's 7-0. Singy, somebody go track down that baseball. It's number 200 for him.
200 career home runs, that's legitimate power at the plate. And that's something that a lot of guys would dream of getting to. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up the ballpark.
Now at the plate, Spencer Horwitz. That's hard hit on the line. And there's one down.
The batter, the third baseman, Ernie.
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit.
He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
One down. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Singled and scored his first time. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul. The pitch. On the ground out to short. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. That leaves him without a throw, and that leaves them with runners at first and second.
Now back, the right fielder, Joe.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. That one ripped. Hits the fence. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's 8-0. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he's squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
2 on with 1 out. Here's the left fielder, Addison Barger. Right through there for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. That one fouled off. Two on, 1 out. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. A 3-run dinger. Their 3rd home run of the inning. It's 11-0. And that's his 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And boom, if he goes a game or 2 without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sent down to the minor leagues. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Coming out of the bullpen for the Twins, number 95.
And something to be aware of, the long ball has been a little bit of a problem for him this year.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
He swings and fouls one off. Swings here and blasts one left field. Bangs off the wall. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
Second and third, 1 gone. Next is the speedy first baseman. The pitch. Now a screamer into the outfield. Walter pulls that one down, and there's 2 down. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered in this game. Ripped on a line. Tracks it down for the out. And that'll do it.
When I come out, they run out. I'll be rocking that stage till the sun out. Your boy cooked, I'm blown up. Time to lace my boots and show up. And if you still can't hear it, standing right there, but you can't get near it. Said I would do it, and now I do it all the time.
On to the third inning, and now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Manoah back to work. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs. Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And now it's Christian Vasquez.
Ball.
And that's outside, and that's ball 1. On the ground, Bichette in plenty of time to first, and Vasquez is gone.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Here's the rookie right fielder trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. And a foul ball. The Twins with a lot of ground to make up here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And a swing and a miss there.
2 strikes.
Goes down looking. Nothing doing here for the Twins. They trail in this one 11-0. Now in Toronto as and the pitch. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, these Jays really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
And he deals. Left field, way back there. And it's off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
And that hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball right now. Looks like he's expecting a knock every time he steps to the plate. So a man aboard. Down the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Kepler brings it in with a nice running grab.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. And a swing and a line drive into right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
The right fielder, number 4, Joe.
Here's George Springer.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And to Decatur Town. And gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 13-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Base is empty with 2 away. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. And there's a foul ball. The Jays up big in this one here in the last half of the third. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Pulls in with a double, 3rd hit for him today. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Now it's going to be Dalton Varsho. Well struck left field. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. The throw into second, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. And we're back, and the batter will be the shortstop, Austin Martin. The right-hander back to work. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now the designated hitter, Jose.
And now the
Miranda.
DH, Jose Miranda. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Martin gets his lead at first with nobody out. High fly ball down the left field line. Barger under it. Barger pulls it down.
Now batting, third baseman, Royce Lewis.
Man at first. Here's the third baseman, Royce Lewis. And first offering is fouled off. The Blue Jays up big in this one. Top half of inning number 4. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's the moneymaker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Walker stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Cut and miss, struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. 1 left for Minnesota. Still looking up at a 13-0 score. Back here at Rogers Center, John Shelby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Bo Bichette. And a pitch. Kicks and deals. That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall. But now he holds it first with a leadoff single. A little surprising he didn't try for 2.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
And that one hammered. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Bichette around third and headed home. Relay throw home. The tag out. So man aboard, and now to the plate. Here's the Toronto DH, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. The other way, and that should be extra bases. And it gets by him. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's 14-0.
Really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Here's the second baseman, Spencer Horwitz. On a line out towards center. Kepler hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman,
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Swing and a line drive, slicing into right field. Makes the catch, inning over. So they get 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. On to the top of the 5th we go. Toronto leads this one 14-0. All set for the start of the inning. Now batting Max Kepler. Kepler, 31 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games.
Well, these Twins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Righty delivers. Battling here as he fouls it away. The pitch. On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself.
You're out.
And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now it's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Right side, Horwitz. gathers and throws to first. 2 up, 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. So up next for Minnesota, Carlos Santana. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
1-2 now. And he hits a ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Down go the Twins in order. But this one's pretty much over. 14-0. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Jorge Alcala.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while, coming on here after 5 days rest, so he should be rested, but we'll see if he has any rust to shake off.
Alejandro Kirk now at the plate.
The catcher, Alejandro.
The pitch. That one the other way. Hauls it in for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, left fielder, Addison Barger.
And next for Toronto, Addison Barger.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
No ball.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Cole Sands warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Kicks and fires. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Got all of that one. That'll fire up the dugout. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And they add on. It's 15-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Varsho in the box now. No balls and a strike. One run across in the frame so far. Last half of inning number 5. Lined, and that's a base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. The relay throw. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Christian Vasquez.